Dear children, I am Mrs. Leena Varghese. Welcome all of you to the online class of Moral Science after a short break. So today I am going to start the fourth chapter, the Science and Religion. So in this chapter we are going to see how science and religion are related, whether they interfere with each other, whether they are contradictory to each other. So let's find the answers of this kind of questions. So let me start the chapter. Chapter 4, Science and Religion. Are science and religion compatible with each other? Does religion interfere with science? Does science contradict religion? What is the general attitude of students towards science and religion? Before trying to answer these questions, let us take the case of man. How did human beings come into existence? Religion teaches us that man was created by God. It also believes that everything in the universe owes its origin to this supernatural being or power that has no beginning or end. Different religions have their own stories or myths to explain the process of creation of nature and man. For instance, the Bible says that God created everything in the universe by a mere thought or word. It says that to crown all his creation, he made man in his own image as male and female. Science attempts to explain the formation of universe into its existing order with the help of various theories. The most acceptable theory seems to be the Big Bang theory. Regarding the formation of human beings, the theory of evolution propounded by Darwin has been accepted as the most plausible explanation. The evolution theory makes us believe that man has evolved into his present form from a primitive single-celled organism. So when you think of science, it always seeks evidences. Okay, isn't it? If any theory has to be accepted, it should be proved first by experiment. So science is always based on experiments and proofs. And religion, on the other hand, it is just the belief. Okay, blind belief, you can say. So whether these two can go together? Okay, so before trying all these questions, let's see the case of man. Okay, how the human beings come into existence. So various religions teach us that man was created by God, isn't it? And not only God, not only man, all the things in this universe is created by a God, supernatural being or power, isn't it? That has no beginning or no end. So all the religion says that only human being or all other creatures are created by some supernatural power. Okay, there may be different myths, stories that is explained by different religion to say the origin of human being. And different religions call the supernatural power in different names, isn't it? In Christianity, they call God as the God will be different. In Hinduism, there will be different name for this supernatural power. Likewise, in each religions, there will be different names for this supernatural power. And each religion says that the origin of all this universe is from this particular supernatural power. Okay, for example, in Bible it says that human being was created by God, isn't it? By when he thought, the God has thought of creating the universe, he created the human being, okay, as the crown to all his creation. Means he got the power to control all other the other creations of this universe. And he or the God did this by a mere thought or a word. By word has created the human being. Okay, the word of God. In Hinduism also, isn't it? Brahma is considered as the god of creation. So likewise in different religion, okay, there are different myths or different stories to explain the process of creation of nature and man. On the other hand, science what says that, okay, when science explains the formation of the universe, so it put forward various theories. Have you heard about Big Bang theory? In the beginning there was nothing. Okay, in biology, in evolution chapter, we were supposed to learn all this. Okay, Big Bang theory means only a mass was there, and this mass got exploded. A huge explosion happened in this the mass of this matter, and that resulted in the formation of different planets, solar system, all this. Okay, so this theory is the most accepted theory, how universe came into existence. This is explained well, or the most acceptable theory to explain the origin of earth or origin of universe is Big Bang theory. Okay, and have you heard about evolution theory of evolution proposed by Charles Darwin? Have you heard? Actually we were supposed to study that in this year. Okay, so Charles Darwin proposed a theory known as natural selection, and this natural selection explains what the evolution of various organisms including man. Understood? So these two theories, which are the Big Bang theory explains what? The existence or the origin of the universe, and the evolution theory proposed by Darwin. Okay, that theory's name is what? Theory of natural selection. Okay, so nature selects the best things, and the best things only will get the chance to survive, and during this selection procedure new forms of lives are getting originated. That is the theory of what? Evolution proposed by Darwin. So these two theories explains in scientific way, okay, or in science explains the origin of universe and human being in different ways. Okay, and that is what the Big Bang theory to explain the origin of universe, and the evolution theory proposed by Darwin. Now, do the religious stories of creation conflict with the scientific theory of evolution? Not at all. They, in fact, complement each other. It is not knowing how the universe came into existence or how the first man was formed that matters, but the certainty that there is a divine power that brought everything into existence, and that it is this power that maintains everything. Religion enables us to accept the divine mysteries which are beyond our grasp, whereas science helps us understand certain laws and principles that govern the universe. The origin of religion may be traced back to the earliest times. The seeds of religion must have formed in the first man's feeling of insecurity, uncertainty, and incompleteness. In the midst of his struggles of life, man might have had a natural inclination to look out for a supernatural power that seems to have control over him and everything else in nature. Feeling a kind of dependence on this supernatural force, man must have turned to this powerful reality with awe and reverence. Religion is an attempt by man to live a good life by giving due respect to the supernatural elements he believes in. It reflects his individual and collective image. It therefore takes into account his personal experiences and his sociological activities. In a sense, religion is a way of life and embodies man's attitudes, values, ideas, and techniques of living. The main content of every religion, therefore, is the reverence for the mysterious divine powers and the respect for other human beings. Religion, to a great extent, forms a part of man's culture. So, the stories that we have studied from religions about the creation of universe and human being and the scientific theories of evolution, are they what they are conflicts or what, or they are not they are opposite to each other? Not at all, isn't it? Actually, they complement each other. They are helping each other how to or in understanding what the origin of life and the origin of human being, etc. Okay, so it is not knowing how the universe came into existence or how the first man was formed that matters. Okay, but the certainty that there is a divine power that brought everything into existence, and that is this power that maintains everything. So this fact is accepted by both religion and science accept that there is certain force. Okay, there is some power that made all this, or that through that only everything came into existence, and that power is maintaining everything. So for that there is no confusion. Okay, that there is existence of certain supernatural power, that science also agrees and religion is also trying to explain that. Okay, and religion, they enable us to accept the divine mysteries that we cannot understand. Okay, and science, whereas science helps to understand the laws and principles that govern the universe. Okay, so religion and science, they will never they are not conflicts, but they are complement, or they are helping to each other. One is trying to understand, or the one is trying to make us understand the divine mysteries that we don't know. Okay, and science on the other hand, what it does, it helps, it tries to make us understand the various principles and laws that govern the universe. Okay, then, so how this religion started? So the religion's origin may be traced back to the earliest times. Okay, means after the origin of human being. Okay, human being came into existence. The seeds of religion must have formed in the man's feeling itself. Okay, that time man was not organized like this. Okay, they were simply wanderers. Okay, so at that time they had to fight lot of things from the universe, from the surrounding, isn't it? Animals, and then natural calamities. Then it was not so smooth life as we are leading now. Okay, the man has to fight with each and everything in the nature. So he was feeling insecure, he was having uncertainty, incompleteness. So all this led him to think of to think of a supernatural power to whom he can pray. Understood? And this fear or the insecurity or the uncertainty that existed in the human mind resulted in the formation of religion. Understood? So they wanted to what? Pray to someone. Okay, so those who are having religion, or those who believes in God, they always have a companion with them. Understood? They can trust the God, so that what he can feel free from the feelings of insecurity and all. So for this purpose, they started worshipping the supernatural power, and later on they become the religion. Understood? And feeling a kind of dependence on this supernatural force. Okay, man have turned to this natural supernatural power, and he started treating this with reverence or respect. Understood? In this way, religion originated. Okay, various religion originated, and various religion you can understand, they originated in different parts of the world, isn't it? So different people, they grouped together, okay, and they started attempting to give some guidelines to live a good life by giving due respect to the supernatural elements, and this resulted in the formation of different religion. Okay, and religion reflects the individual and collective image, okay, of that particular people. Okay, so religion takes into account the personal experience and also the sociological activities. So religion is what actually, it's a way of life and embodies man's attitudes, values, ideas, techniques of living, etc., isn't it? So if you see any religion, it's what the teaching of that particular religion, if you take, it is what actually, it is the way of life of a particular group of people, isn't it? Their attitudes, values, ideas, all this are there in the religion. Okay, so the main content of every religion is therefore the reverence or the respect for the mysterious divine powers, and the respect of for other human beings. How to live, that is only taught by each religion. They set certain rules. Okay, so any institution, any type of school or whatever it is, they should have certain rules. Set rules should be there, then only it can function properly. So like this, I told religion originated in different parts of the world, and that religion is actually showing what the man's attitude, values, ideas, etc. Okay, so it sets certain rules for the smooth life of the people, and it teaches us to respect the mysterious divine powers or the supernatural power, and to respect other human being. Understood? So religion is actually a part of man's culture itself. Okay, and the greatest strength of religion is its non-rationality. Man has been trying to find a rational explanation for everything related to his life and death. The dogmas and teachings of a religion are not questionable. Fundamentally, religion is a matter of unquestionable faith based on certain ultimate values. Every religion provides for some external manifestations and expressions like prayers, hymns, and various forms of personal and communal worship and celebration. Okay, so the greatest strength, or you can say the bad thing about a religion is what? It's non-rationality. We cannot question anything, isn't it? What the dogmas and the teachings of a religion are not questionable. Okay, why you are doing like this? What is the basic thing behind this? What is the scientific reason behind this? Likewise, we cannot ask. We have to simply believe. So in whichever religion we are, okay, they set or they put forward certain values that we have to follow. And that value or that the customs that is there in the religion are not questionable. If you question, there won't be a very good answer for that, or the one who is questioning may not get a real answer for that. Simply you have to believe, isn't it? But each religion provides what some and every religion provides some external manifestations, isn't it? There will be different ways to practice the religion. Some different religion may have different types of practices, like what prayers, okay, personal community worship, all this will be different. But if you take the thing, each religion is teaching teaching to respect the other human being, okay, and to live a good life. Okay, so we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.